Good afternoon. I am officially 30 minutes late for work. But the gag is I'm about to drop this letter of resignation. So who gives even a slice, even a quarter, even a fifth, even a fourth, even a third of a damn? Like, who gives one? Not me. I'm tired. I'm over it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But we out here. Gang, gang, I guess is what the children are saying these days. And this is Star. Now, the episode overall I enjoyed, but there are some key things that I do want to speak on, and I will be doing that. So here we go. We start off, girl, with Star. She dreaming, honey. It's knives and carryings on. She's walking around, honey. The knife got blood on it, then it don't, but it's just, girl. And so she dreaming about murdering Eddie Winslow. And I'm like, I understand how the brain is all complicated, and she do her own thing and, go her own way journey. But girl, we could have addressed this like a whole season ago. Because we the viewers have moved off of Eddie Winslow. But here she go, having these revelations, honey. So, it's Star walks outside because she needs some air. And let me tell you, growing up black, I ain't never had an opportunity in the middle of the night to get up and go outside because I need some air. The most air I could receive in the middle of the night is getting up and going into the freezer and putting my head in my new freezer. That's all I, as a black child, that's all I could do. But whatever though. So she gets up, honey, and she's, tiptoes on out to the side. And Derek is out there, and, they had this little banter or whatever, but she tiptoes off. And she walking, just cruising, just walking around the city and the streets and things. And then she runs up on this club that I guess she didn't know was there or something, because she looked real shocked. She looked in there, honey, and it was a bald-headed black lady. I thought it was going to be V from Empire, but I don't think it was. But it was a bald-headed black lady in a red dress, girl, sitting up on a stool, and she done looked at Star, and now she's singing the Star. And I'm like, what is the significance? What's the significance? What do we care about this for? Anyway, girl, so Star stumbles on off, and she bumps into this man that looked like a skinny Channing Tatum. And, from that moment, we know that it's going to be a little something with them. But I don't care. For some reason, and I don't have my nail file on me, but for some reason we have gone back from Alex's long, wavy, pretty wig last week to this bob wig again this week. I'm tired. Truth is, I'm tired. That's the truth. Anyway, girl, so Carlotta pops on out the house. She looks across the road and sees a nigga in a car. And I'm like, hold on, who is this? Is this Omari? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how Omari knows Cotton ain't dead, because we never got to that, but whatever. She walked up to the car, and it's her cousin, and he apparently is a thug, and her sister out here. Brandy just is not a believable gangstress. She's not, but we love her. And she's really on this show just to sing, really. She ain't have to try to sell us a gangstress illusion, but I blame Leanne Daniels for that. But Brandy is like, girl, this your cousin, and we out here protecting Cotton and carrying on and so on and so forth. And Carlotta's like, I can protect my own daughter. And then, all of the carryings on, and sends them away. And I'm like, Carlotta don't want Cotton to live. Carlotta does not want Cotton. She want Arnold back, and that's just the facts. So they go over to my favoritist, my goodest, good Judy, my favorite character on Star, aside from Cotton. They go over to her hotel room, and who is it? It is none other than Potomac. And the reason I call her Potomac is, number one, because I can't never remember Michael Michelle's character's name. And number two, if I superimposed Michael Michelle into a picture of the Real Housewives of Potomac, you would have to squint and take a minute to figure out which one was Michael Michelle, which one was, the others. She looks exactly like she should be on Potomac. Honestly, if Giselle ever got into acting, they need to cast them two as sisters. But anyway, we swoop over to Potomac. And Potomac is in there, honey, and she's leaning. She is leaning. And I'm like, okay, Potomac, you lightly lit for the midday, for the afternoon, but we're going to let you have it. All in all, girl, Simone's stuff is still at Potomac's house. And I'm like, I don't understand this storyline. There's a lot of storylines here on Star that I do not understand at all. I don't get what the point of Karen was at all. Like, at all. She existed, then she died. Star may or may not be a lesbian. Okay, what? Anyway, girl, so Potomac, child, she drunk and carrying on, and she talking about, is there anything, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. And it's like, please, you got to help yourself. If you can't love yourself in the illustrious RuPaul voice, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? I would love to hear RuPaul say that real Southern like I just did. But anyway, yeah, so all of that, honey. Potomac, she leaning. But I was so happy to see her because when I saw her laying over drunk like that, I was like, we're going to get her a couple more times in this episode. And that made me excited because I love her. I love her. I cherish Potomac. That is my daughter, my mother daughter. So my Reese Sonny, I don't care nothing about Lance Gross on this show, but okay, he's going to pitch, I was about to say 3 Black Divas, but this is 2 Black Divas and a white diva. He gonna pitch them to Richard Roundtree, honey, I can't remember these folk names, to go on the tour with Noah because they want, Noah's going on tour for 6 months and, you know, Richard Roundtree wants Alex to join on the tour. But the gag is Alex got a group. So why would you not just invite the group to come on the tour with Alex? And you could make twice the money off of Alex, but only one the check. Only one the check. I didn't understand Richard Roundtree's math on it. I did kind of see where they were like, well, ladies buy tour tickets and the ladies would want to see the men of Midtown do. And I'm like, okay, yes, but ladies also go see ladies perform. Because I was sitting at the Escape concert with a whole bunch of ladies and a couple boyfriends and husbands, but the majority was ladies. I was at the Janet Jackson concert, and I think I might have saw one man. So I don't understand what he was talking about when he was talking about it, but he said it, honey. Anyway, child. So they had this whole big back and forth all throughout the episode about whether the girls should go on the tour or should it be the men of Midtown with Noah and Amos and Andy or whoever, whatever these children names are, Evan Ross and Elijah Kelly, honey, them two. And ultimately, Richard Roundtree is like, we're going to go with the men of Midtown tour. Devastation all over the nation, honey. The children were upset. Let me see, what else? Why I got my turn signal on and I'm not turning? What does this mean? What did I say here? Oh, okay, yeah, so back to Derek. He had physical therapy, child, and the physical therapist got on this sports brassiere, and I'm like, girl, if we finna have one of these Jimmy from Degrassi moments, y'all remember if you're old enough / young enough to remember, because it's that mid-range, the mid-range of my demographic that would know this. But there was an episode of Degrassi, if you watched it, where Jimmy, who was played by Aubrey Graham, who now goes by Drake for some reason, never did understand, but whatever. He's trying to be Southern and hood. Anyway, child, so Aubrey was up on the table getting his physical therapy together and carrying on, and then, he got a boner or whatever. And I was like, if we see this go on here with Derek, I'm going to be aggravated boots. But it didn't happen. But I had my eye on that physical therapist in that Brazil. Apparently, Hayel is the go nigga for Daddy Potomac. He said go, Hayel goes. That's pretty much how Amos and Andy done made it over to the Men of Midtown tour. What else, girl? Noah asked Alex to help him with a song, and she said, I'm not going to help you with a song. I got a group. And then she says, well, I'm going to help you with one song. And I'm like, I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of this bob wig. I'm sick of this car in front of me driving slow. And I'm sick of the storyline of Noah, Alex, Star, Derek. Because it looked like it's going to be a little wife swap situation, and I'm bored. At one point, honey, Star tiptoes out the house again, sees Derek on the porch and whatever. They had a little banter. And then she goes to, where'd she go to? Back to the club. And she runs into, skinny Channing Tatum once more and again, and he apparently is a pianist. So she says, I got this song stuck in my head. I can't get it out, do. And dude just starts playing the song, and she starts singing it. And I would have turned and be like, you know this song? How I know this song? Whose song is this? Who wrote this? Who said that? I would have, but that's just me. But she's singing and carrying on and, giving you a light vocal and a little something. And I was like, okay, she sounds cute when she's singing by herself. But singing next to Ryan Destiny is not her destiny. Let's don't. Anyway, child, so she's singing and carrying on and going about it well. And then she has a flashback of, her mama or something. And then she just gets up and throws up and runs out. And I'm like, what is going on? It's too much. Angela and Simone, honey, they about to get married, girl. I don't care. They both look a little homosexual to me, but that's not my business. Omari had done walked up on Cotton Child and was giving Run Away With Me. Run away with me. I would have never hurt you in jail. But we out of jail now. But that ain't what I'm talking about. I didn't hurt you in jail. I loved you. So come go with me, even though we're not in jail. And I'm probably still gonna beat you down. But I didn't hurt you in jail. So that's what's important here. I was like, girl, no one has time, Omari. Not a single solitary soul has time. Oh, if this GMC Sierra. GMC is third on my list. We all know Toyota Camry is the tippy top. Nissan Altima is right behind them. But GMC, she's coming up. And it seems to be Sierra, but I'm going to keep my eye out. Anyway, girl, so what else? What was I talking about? I don't even know. Girl, get in the... And you. Where was I, girl? I don't know. How did a little hollering at this Russian woman, girl. I don't know what that was about, but he slept with somebody, girl. I don't know. Potomac meets up with, I was going to say Annalise. Can you imagine if Annalise Keaton popped over on Star? Anyway, that would be the gag. But anyway, it ain't going to happen, though. It's two different networks. But anyway, what's her name, girl? Carlotta and Potomac get together, and they like, we gonna take your daddy down. And Potomac's like, yeah, okay. Sure, let's take my daddy down. I can't stand him. And so they link up. And I'm gonna have to come back for some more information, because I done pulled up at work, child, and I really am not in the mood to be here, but I'm trying to be kind of responsible, even though I'm quitting. I'm gonna be halfway responsible, even though this girl that I'm working with today is trash. She's trash. Not only is she trash, but she's trash boots. Anyway, who cares? BRB. All right, we back. I don't remember where I left off, because, girl, the veriest moment, I don't know what her problem is, but I'm going back on out and slide on away from here. The moment I walked into my job on my final day, even though don't nobody know it's my last day except my good, well, actually, I ain't even tell my good girlfriend that today is my last day. I decided last night that, you know what? I don't even need to go over into the next week with this. But the moment I walked into my job, here come my coworker talking about, oh, you're late and I'm sick and I'm going to go home early. And I really wanted to say, so where was this energy, this, oh, we sick so we get to go home, when I asked you to cover for me when I had tonsillitis and you didn't answer my call? Where was it? Because she was blowing up my phone today because I was an hour late, minding my business, being late and carrying on. And here she goes. She called me. She texted me, and her sister called me. Now, no shade to the sister, because I do like her sister. But when I texted you and said I had tonsillitis, you couldn't even be bothered. But today, oh, I'm just so sick. Girl, which is further reason for me to quit. But anyway, let me get back into this. Y'all ain't come here for that. Y'all came here for empire. The point is, I was supposed to have finished this video hours ago, and I didn't get to because she left. So let's pick up where Potomac pops in on Daddy Potomac. Potomac swoops over to, I don't know, this little restaurant, this bar, honey, this lounge, this lounge, where Daddy Potomac was. So you're just going to be in the street. So when it's time for me to go, I'm not going to be able to go because you're in the street. Right, make that turn. Ignorant. Anyway, so yeah, Daddy Potomac is at this lounge, honey, and Potomac pops in, and he looks so displeased, and I'm like, that is your child. Like, all she's ever wanted to do is please you and make you happy, and here you are, acting a fool. So anyway, girl, Potomac gives Daddy Potomac, so this is what, like my granddaddy does. She just walked up on him and was like, this is what we gonna do. Two black divas and a white diva, they going on tour with Noah. I don't care how you feel about it, really. I don't care. And he's like, what makes you think that two black divas and a white diva finna go anywhere? Because I had done told them that they not. So, like, and she's like, well, the thing about it is, niece daddy, is simply the sponsor for this tour was sponsoring the tour out of a kindness to me. Because we're good girlfriends. She didn't want to sponsor the tour because you was out here grabbing on her booty and carrying on. Like, I could just call her and be like, so listen, we're not going to do sponsorship for this tour. I'll call you back for another one. Like, and so Daddy Potomac was shook boots. Just truly shook Mary J. Blige kinky boots. Todrick Hall on Broadway, kinky red boots with the glitters. Girl, why are we stopped? Anyway, so two black divas and a white diva are going on tour now with Noah. Okay, so Star is sitting in here in the room, child. I don't remember where she was, but she was sitting somewhere singing this song. And here come Carlotta giving, hey, what's going on? What you doing? And Star is giving, girl, I can't get the words to the song in my head. It's been reoccurring in my dreams and carrying on and da-da-da-da-da. And at that point, I looked at Star, but she couldn't hear me. But I had looked at her and said, well, why you ain't just Google the words and see, find the song and then play the song? When you can't get a song out your head, the best thing and the easiest thing to do would be to Google it. Whatever though, white diva. So we taking Lee Daniels lives for taking a white classic and incorporating it to, you know, his productions. So it turns out the mama, White Diva Senior, passed away while listening to this song, and it was on repeat, and you know, all day it was on, and all night it was on while the girl was dead and carrying on. And I say Lee Daniels loves to take scenes from, you know, white classics, because that is the veriest thing that happened in Girl Interrupted. When Daisy killed herself, she cut the record player on and the song played all night. And what's her name? Lisa. And what's her name? Jesus, Winona's character. Susanna. Lisa and Susanna, honey, they was in there minding their business trying to figure out why Daisy in here playing this record over and over and over. Wake up in the morning, honey, the record's still going, and they go in there and Daisy done passed on. And that's what Lee Daniels tried to incorporate to this episode. And I'm just like, Lee, I want you to come up with something, spin it where we can't say blatantly, oh yeah, this is Misery, or this is Black Snake Moan, or this is Girl Interrupted. Give us something where we'll be like, it gives me the feel of, but it's not exactly that. Anyway, girl, so long story short, that song was on when Star's mama died. Why is this 18-wheeler in the street with its turn signal on? You in the street. You may as well go on and turn. Right. Just incorrect. Anyway, so that song was on, and it got stuck in Star's head, and she wouldn't talk for days, or I don't remember if she said days or weeks, but she wouldn't talk, honey. And when she had done started back talking, before she had started back talking, she was just humming that song over and over. And I'm like, we would have had to send her to the institution, because that's alarming. That is alarming roots. This little girl ain't saying nothing, but she just humming this song. That sounds murderous. Which is why she out here stabbing Eddie Winslow, because she got murderous tendencies. Anyway, girl, let me catch the last few things we're having before I run up in this post office, child. Okay, so what's his name? Daddy Potomac. He done sent Lance Gross Maurice out yonder to do his bidding and sign an artist. That artist is Quavo. Okay. Gangstress Patti LaBelle and light gangstress Brandy call gangstress but saved Carlotta over to the church, but it ain't Carlotta's church, but it's Patty's church. It's the home church, I guess. And so Carlotta's like, I got too many bad memories in this church. And I'm saying, like, so if the church did you all sorts of wrong and you got all these bad memories, why you let all this go on with your daughter? But that's not my business. Sleeping with the pastor and carrying on having the pastor exercise. Anyway, they get over to the church, honey, and they sang. And I still want to know why they put Brandy's vocals next to Queen Latifah's vocals. Like, Queen and Patty could do a little something, because they both got a kind of, but Brandy, she has a tighter, it's something in there, honey. And it just wasn't blending, and it didn't sound familial. It wasn't giving me Braxton Family Values, but whatever, though. They sang, honey. And while they sang, and child, Derek is at physical therapy. He done not got up, but the woman picks him up and puts him on the rails. When you're relearning how to walk, they put you on them rails, girl. He done got on the rails, and now he moving his feet inch by inch, wiggling his big toe. In the meantime, Simone done run over yonder with Angel, and they done got married. I'm like, what kind of homosexuality are y'all running up in here? And then we see Cotton, she got her bags and things. And I'm like, where's Cotton going? Then we see Omari, and I'm like, I know good and hell well Cotton is not finna go off with Omari. Omarion, Orion's brother. We're not gonna go off with none of the O's. Oprah, well, maybe she could go off with, going off with Oprah, but the rest of the O's, Orlando Bloom, Orlando Brown, any of the Orlandos and the Omaris and the Orions, you stay away from them. So I'm looking like, why is she finna go off with this nigga? I done got pissed. I done got hurt, because Cotton's my child. Cotton is my daughter. And all of a sudden, child, out of nowhere, girl, Miss Bruce done popped up and these thugs done popped up and they got the bag over his head. And Miss Bruce is telling Cotton to kill Omari. And I'm like, y'all ain't got people for that. Just, but then they give Cotton the time to tell them to take the bag off. Because if it was my niece or my nephew or my cousins and them, my granddaughters and grandsons that was getting beat up by a thug, I would have killed him before she even had time to say, take the bag off his head. But she told him, take the bag off his head. And now he on the run. She tells him, this ain't love, or this ain't the kind of love I need or want or whatever. And to get on out of here. So he go off. And I'm like, why we ain't kill him? Dr. Demi over on Empire and Omari over here on Star need to both have been killed in these past couple episodes. And I'm not happy. And now, they tell the girls, 2 black divas and a white diva. They tell them that they're going on tour. And I never did understand. Can somebody explain to me how going on tour would get Simone out of juvenile detention? Because in the normal world, in the regular world, Simone wouldn't even have the opportunity to go on tour if she were in a facility. If she were confined, she wouldn't even be able to get out for rehearsals or none of these things. And if she's old enough to get married, then she's old enough to have gotten emancipated by now. And why didn't we go with that storyline? I don't understand what we're doing with Simone. She was going to be raised by Carlotta, then she was going to be raised by Potomac. Then she done got married, but she was a lesbian for an episode or two. And I'm just like, where are we going with it? What are we doing with it? Same thing with all the characters. Where are we going with them? And where have we been? Where are we going and where have we been? Whatever, y'all. That's Star. Oh, I forgot to mention Brody popped back up at the end and told Hyel they got a problem. And that's Star. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say, child. And I will catch y'all whenever, girl. I don't know. Probably Iyanla next or something. Did I miss? I'm way behind on 911. I got to catch up. I ain't working tomorrow, so I got a little time. Oh, let me run to this post office, girl, and then I'll call y'all later. Peace.